Hello and welcome to Tech with NK. Today I'm going to show you how to download, install and set up VS Code on your computer to use with Python. And as a bonus, at the end of the video I'll also show you how to integrate Jupyter notebooks to your VS Code. So as we proceed, please don't forget to support the channel by pressing the like and subscribe buttons. That said, let's get right into it. So we'll start by opening our browser, and in our browser we're going to type VS Code. Okay, we're going to click on this first link, or you can as well skip this and just click on download right here. And we've been presented with the option to download VS Code either for Windows, Linux or for Mac. If you're on Mac, you can click here, Linux, any of these, that's Debian or this one, and with Windows you can click here. I'm presently running a Windows operating system, so I'm going to click on this installer here. And my download has started. I'm just going to wait for a bit and it's done. So now that my download is done, all I have to do is to click on this extension here. So what you need to do at this step is to accept the agreement here and click on next. You can create a desktop icon if you want, if not you leave it. You click on next, and then at this stage you click on install. I already have VS Code installed on my computer, so I'll not click on this button. However, you should. And when your installation is complete, join me in VS Code. Don't bother, I'm going to show you how VS Code is going to look like after a first installation. Okay, so after you're done installing VS Code, this is what VS Code should look like. We're presented with this Welcome tab, where we have the option to create a new file, open a file, or open a folder. And we have these walkthroughs here. If we click on the walkthrough, we'll have a number of options. Let me just close this terminal. Okay, so we can choose our theme. Right now I'm using the dark theme. I kind of like it that way, but you can choose whether you like light modern or dark high contrast or light high contrast, any one that you want. So I'll just go back, and now I'm going to create a new Python file. But before I do that, to be able to run Python files on VS Code, we need to have the Python extension already downloaded. So I'm going to go to the left. You look at the last extension, the last icon here, it says extensions. I'll click there. Then I'm going to search here Python. You see it already pops up. So I'll click on this first link. You see the official Python extension from Microsoft. So I'm going to click on install. And our Python extension has been installed. However, there's one more step that we need to do. So to be able to run Python files, aside the extension for Python, you also need to have the Python interpreter already downloaded and installed on your computer. If you already have done this, then you should be able to create any Python file and start coding. However, if you don't have Python installed yet, what you need to do is to go to your browser and install it. I'll just show you rapidly how to do that. I'm going to leave timestamps in the description of this video, so if you already have Python installed, you can skip through this process. So back in my browser, I'll create a new tab, or just type Python, and I've been taken to the download page already. So here we have the option to download Python 3.12.2. I'll just click on it, and it's direct. It already has recognized that I'm running a Windows operating system, so it's going to download the installer for Windows. But if you're on Mac or Linux, you need to click on this button for Macs or for Mac, or this button for Linux. Let's say if I'm on Mac, I'll click here. Then I'm going to choose the installer that I want. In the description of this video, I'll also leave a link to a video I created to show you how to download any Python version of your choice. So now that our download is complete, all we need to do is to click up here and click on this link like we did with VS Code. And when presented with a prompt to add Python to your path, always do so. So now that we're done with installing Python on a computer or the Python interpreter, we're going to create our first Python file. I'll close this. Then I'm going to open my terminal. And in my terminal, I'm going to create a new file, or just say welcome.py using the command code. And my file has been created for me. So all I'm going to do is, you guessed right, or print hello world. Then I'm just going to click on this button up here to run this file. So if I click here, hello world. So that's how to run Python files with VS Code on our computers. So now to integrate Jupyter notebooks to our VS Code, what we're going to do is go back to our extensions, and here we're going to type Jupyter. Okay, we'll click on this first thing and we're going to click on install. This is the official Jupyter extension from Microsoft, and our Jupyter notebook extension has been installed. So I'm going to close this, or close this as well, and I'm going to create a new file. That's new file here, and I'll just choose Jupyter notebook. There are a number of ways to create new files in VS Code, but I'll just go ahead with this way, and I'll click here. So now I'm going to just do the same thing I did before, or print hello world. Okay, now to run this cell, we need to press Shift Enter. Our Python environment will be asked to select the Python environment we want, or just choose Python 3.10.9. Do you want to allow? Yes, I'll allow. So we've been asked to download the Python kernel package for Jupyter Notebook. So you need to click on install here and just wait for it to finish installing. Okay, now that our installation is complete, I'll come back here and I'm going to press Shift Enter. And we have it, hello world. So we've downloaded VS Code, installed it, downloaded Python, integrated it with VS Code, and integrated Jupyter notebooks as well. That's it for this tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do well to click on the like button and subscribe button as well. Thank you for following up to the end of this video, and I look forward to seeing you in upcoming videos. Have a good day.